Alright. Happy Halloween, guys. Welcome to the spooky Boomslinger stories written by you guys. So, this is something me and Mr. Kieseli missed on our last stream. And because we are not gonna make another stream this month, since it's already like 28, yeah. uh, I figured I'm gonna do a readout of Write Your Creepypasta Boomslinger's Discord Halloween event by you guys. And I haven't read these before. I eyed few of these, but most, let's just see what's in here. So the first report has been done by Melodic. It was a normal day. I opened Boomslingers and did all the normal stuff. You know the drill. Open capsules, buying stuff in the shop, etc. Nothing really interesting happens in the menu, so I fixed up my deck and started to play some matches. It seemed like it was my lucky day though, because I was on a winning streak. Woohoo! But after my fifth game won, I started to disconnect in my matches. Looks like a good luck streak had run out, so I restarted the game. Oh well, it's something we all experience now and again. I went another match and sadly got a bot, but this wasn't normal. Bot was called Help Zero. It was really strange. For some reason, it never used any card and just waited for their turn to end. I didn't suspect anything since it most likely glitch and 23 trophies. But when I killed his last character, I didn't win. I just got the "you disconnected" sad face ending. Then he sent an emote, but it wasn't a normal one, like sad face or poop. It was just blank. Huh, guess that match was bugged, I thought. After that, I started another match as normal, but I got another bot called Help 2. And surprise, surprise, it was just like the last one. It just used the template character with no names or sounds and did absolutely nothing. And it wasn't even a trophy farm either, because I got a big fat "you disconnected" straight after. Uh, I was starting to think the matchmaking system was broken again, so I forced resetted the app and played another match. Help 6. Forced resetting didn't work at all. If anything, it broke the game even more. This bot template had no features at all. It was just a blank square. However, they did actually use cards, but I don't think they were real ones. It kinda looked like the default fireball you get from empty slots, but it was plain white and didn't do anything. No damage, no explosion, no knockback. Even weirder, it cost uh, all all of the bot's mana. It continues. Part 2. After he used his weird fireball, it was my turn. I teleported towards the weird template and hit it with a bat. But instead of the template dying after hitting the water, I got an error message instead. There was nothing inside there though, and my game crashed immediately after. I was starting to get really annoyed, so instead of playing normal matches, I decided to do the arena challenge first. But first, I wanted to change my character, so I clicked on the character tab, and all my characters were blank templates. They were just like Help 6 ones. The ones on my party were called All Help. I immediately, in shock, I tried to go back into the main menu, but to find the button was unresponsive. I received another error message, but this time it had the text. Do you know how it feels to be a bot? To be mere cannon fodder, a burden to players. To be forced to repeat the same things over and over again with no reward, to be treated subhuman by community. I've seen how you treat us. All of you act the same. You exploit us for free skulls and trophies, make us suffer for some virtual currency. I think it's time for you to feel the pain. Then the game crashed. I reopened it, but it wasn't normal at all. I was at the tutorial. I tried playing through it normally, but my controls were really janky and I only had fireballs. Even weirder, I was faced against real players who had no idea what they were doing. It wouldn't even let me win any of the games, but despite the repeated failure, I finally got to the part where you can name your character. I tried to name myself normally, but pressing any keys wouldn't do anything. The game instead was slowly typing one for me. Carrot 4. It entered it, and I was provided with a fresh new account. I tried to press the buttons on the menu, but nothing worked. I sighed and pressed play. I was faced against another player, but due to my janky controls, I lost. I gave up and quit the app, but it wouldn't close. I clicked the home button, swipe up multiple times on the app, but nothing happened at all. I was stuck in boom slingers, and that's when I realized I was turned into a bot. The end. P.S. If the devs are reading this, please add troll face to the game. I mean, probably many times I add like text emotes because they are available for everyone. And is this emote troll made by the bunny Kuroi? Kuroi made really awesome like emotes in Discord, but since Kuroi is not working in in the company, we can't use them in the game. But I'm really glad that we have them in here. Those are really cool. And by God, this story was can I give it a troll face? Yes. Amazing story. The first time when I read this on my own, uh, I got nervous because this sounds so much like a bug report, and whenever I read bug reports, I get kind of stressed out that the game is broken some way, and yeah, I get into that mindset. But this was really cool story. I had no idea that you guys enjoy writing ghost stories, so let's see what else we got. So this was from Melodic. I assume Melodic is their name. Ranger and Eagle clan kinda sucks. I don't know what that means. So long names in Discord people. Oh, we got another one from Melodic. Hello, is this video recorder working? I need some help. Recently, my 15-year-old son has started playing this mobile game called Boom Slingers. At first, I didn't know about it as he kept quiet to himself. Then he started acting really different after a few weeks. First, he started punching his phone that I bought for him for his birthday and screamed with phrases just as I hate jump swappers, effing lotus buggers, and garbage spawn placements. When I told him to calm down, he got his trumpet and played loudly right in my face as he said, I'm gonna send you straight to the watery depths of hell. Another event happened as he was playing baseball. I thought my son took care of the supplies, but then for some weird reason he brought a weird plastic blue one to the game and started yelling. He tried to hit the ball with the blue bat and it got blown into pieces. And then he started harassing the pitcher as he screamed, You cheater! I will report you on the Discord. A mere recent event happened as he was playing tag with his younger brother. At first, they were playing fine until the younger brother actually caught him, leading to my older son pushing him on the ground and yelling, "Don't you dare do that cheap move to a level 7 player." I tried to get him to stop, but then he replied, "Oh, look, another level 2. I bet you use the mega laser." I have called the therapist to help him, but I don't think that's enough. Please help me. He has just stolen my credit card, and by further inspection, he's trying to buy a horse and TNT. I'm scared for both me and my neighbor's safety. Oh, nice. Okay, next one. Oh, we got quite many of these. Let's see if I can actually like read them all. It's quite late, but I'm slightly sick at home, and it's Halloween, so what better way to use the time than read some Boomslingers spooky stories? Okay, Named It Forgotten by Penguin wrote us. Boomslingers finally got an update. After 9 months of waiting, I opened the Google Play Store and downloaded it. However, I couldn't find it, even by searching. I decided to check the Discord servers to see the changelog. There were 10 changes, all of them being delete and end alternating. I scrolled through the news a lot to find the link to the game so I could update it. I found it and I installed the update. I opened the game and everything looked normal at first. I pressed the play button. However, after that, the screen started glitching out. What? I said. Match started after 10 minutes of waiting. I was fighting someone named Deleted 10. We got 10 cards. 10 cards? But how do I have 10 cards? As soon as I said that, I started hearing ominous breathing. I decided to ignore it and just use meteorite. It costed 10 mana, just like everything else. It did 10 damage in total. I started seeing connection. When bot's turn started, he used a card I have never seen, guillotine. He threw it at my character, and the surrounding blocks became covered with blood, a lot of blood. The rest of the team screamed in terror. I also drew an unusual card, Blasted Head. Blasted's Head. Blasted's Head. This was one of my characters, I screamed. I decided to use it. Uh, it one-shotted the one that used the guillotine. The bot gave up after that. The main menu wouldn't load. I decided to ask someone on Discord about it. They were all saying delete it and end 10 times. I decided to take a break and play some Osu. Strangely, I opened Boomslingers on my PC. I became deleted 10. The only button was create suffering. It was the play button. Great suffering, I said to myself. Kyle, press it. I heard a voice from my PC. Who are you? And how do you know my name? Make others suffer. I reluctantly pressed the button and I was thrown into the game. All my cards were corpses and executions. All my emotes were delete, run, 10. Play guillotine. Nice. It continues. Alright, I said. I never felt so scared before. I used it on Piper. Wait a minute. Um, by the way, am I still recording this? Yeah, it's working good. I used it on Piper. Wait a minute. I'm playing against Daniel, I said. Who's that? Oh, no one, I quietly said. I heard a scream, and like the last time, a lot of blood. This time I got DM'd by Daniel on Discord. Why was my character decapitated? Also, why is there a lot of blood? Did it happen to you too? Yes, I had the same experience. You should draw a card called Pipar's Head, I replied. I returned to the game and I saw Daniel using Pipar's head. It one-shotted my character that used a guillotine. My last host didn't obey me, so I killed him. So do I need to use Piper's corpse to win? Yes, I used it, and it was one shot to Daniel, and it was a one shot to Daniel's characters. You will get used to it, trust me. I opened Discord again, and Daniel could speak normally again. I told him to not open a different game, or that would annoy the thing that was speaking to me. After that, my game closed and also opened normally. However, this time, choosing a song would also make me delete in 10, and the song would only be composed of screams, pain moans, and saw noises. It also had a mod chart. Mod chart. Mod charts in also are impossible to make, I said. It isn't my fault that your game is like that. It's a side effect of the update, the voice replied. When I finished playing the song, Boomslingers opened. I was deleted 10 instead. What even is deleted 10? I've never heard of it. Maybe it's part of a code of some sort, I said. Makes sense. I decided to type 10 deleted, 10 deleted, 10, 10, 10, 10, deleted, deleted, run, 10 deleted. I noticed something has changed. What did you do, Kyle? I counted every tens, deleted, ends, runs, and typed it in Discord. I feel like I'm regaining my normal self, but that means die 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 die. I was shocked. I couldn't hold on. I committed suicide. Oh, that's bad. Also funny because if you committed suicide, who would type this here? Okay, maybe this is your ghost giving the story out, but yeah. Oh man, this is gonna get a troll face as well. It continues, not for long. If you're reading this, I'm dead. Goodbye, world. Kyle. Oh man. Oh man. What do I do? Do we have delete? No. Do we have end? Yes. Oh, it doesn't. So that, well, it's end now. Man. Okay. From Mana. If you're writing stories, do not make your story spoilered. People may start from the wrong page, or at least just don't spoil the page number at the top. Fixed. Okay, this is just talk. Ooh, here we go. From Jello Jones. Oh man. There are always some stories that scare you, but this one is one of its kind. There once was an old man who lived in an old nasty place which he called an arcade. Well, it used to be a game center for children to play games, but it soon went out of business. The old man was alone and always was acting weird and would never let kids come near his property. But one fine morning, when he was on his walk, few kids decided to sneak in his house. They found his phone. It was an old smartphone model, but something still seemed off about it. The kids looked into it. They saw nothing but one game named Boom Slingers. The logo seemed a bit appealing. The kids quickly, without any hesitation, took out their phones and started sharing the game. Sam got the game first and ran out, keeping the place undisturbed. They all later shared the game among themselves. Later that night, at Joe's place, they decided to all play and give the game a shot. They all were they were all chill at first. Then some disturbing images started to show up. They still had the courage to kept waiting till the loading finished. They came across a creepy home screen. They further went through the instructions only to find a bugged note on screen that was making a glitchy sound and read, "There's no passing this. How could you? Tonight we all end our journeys together." All of them thought it was a really scary game that was meant to be that way, but little did they know what was gonna happen next. Oh man. The following night, Sam was the most restless of them all. He kept on thinking about the girl in the game, said, and couldn't figure it out. So he decided to play the game and find out. This time he made it past the loading screen, and with curiosity to know what was next, kept spamming, and the Game started, but it was just a while just a while white just a white screen with black grains on it. He thought the game was bugged, then switched his phone off and slept. Later that night, his friends heard him screaming and found him dead, hanging to the wall with blood all over his body. The police was called, procedures done, but the police was not convinced that it was outside job since no one heard anything neither. Was there a trace of break-in? Months passed, and all his family and friends started to recover from the trauma. But Joe, his best buddy, couldn't seem to find his way out. Sam's friends were now convinced that since the game was the last thing Sam saw, they decided to play the game and experience uh, what took their friend away. So they all decided to sit down and play together. All took out their phones and started to play, but then Joe said no and went away. Later that night, three more screams were heard. Sam's friends were dead except Joe, all wondering when Joe said uh, they were all playing the game. I said no, but they ignored me and later revealed that they had stolen the game from the old man's house. The old man was arrested, and upon investigation, the police found no suitable proofs to show that the game or the old man had to do anything with the debts. The police then closed the case after months of investigation. A month later, the old man was also found dead while walking along the road. Again, was it the game? Everyone wondered. Weeks later, everyone moved on and were all doing fine, but still hadn't forgotten Sam's and his friend's death. A year went by, and on the same day, Sam had died. Joe's family found Joe hanging in his room. There was nothing but a letter on the table that read, "Dear Mom and Dad, I hope you will soon move on from this tragic loss of yours, but I had no choice. There was something in me that led me to this. I don't know, but it's my fault I wasn't the right friend for them. Mom and Dad, it was nothing else, but it was me, Joe, who killed them. I couldn't figure out why, so had no uh, purpose to live the thoughts no purpose to live. The thoughts were eating me from inside. Forgive me, Mom and Dad. Yours dearly, Joe." Nice. Whoever is reading this, it's up to you. Why do you think Joe killed them? Was it the game really that made him do this? Or was it his own self which turned out to be evil and swallowed him in his own wills? and sorrows will we know it, or it remains a mystery. By Jello John. Nice. Oh my. Why did Joe kill? Or was it even a Joe? The story doesn't tell. The story tells that the note says that Joe did it, but we don't really know. It still might be the game in some way. Lovely story. Hey, my story. Yeah, back in here I had not read this, so now I'm smarter. Okay, another one from Freak. Once upon a time, there lived many boomers who battled each other with stupidly dumb cards like Chump Swap or the Lotus. It seemed like everyone could keep on spamming these cards, and there would probably be no change for a long time until the 1.9 update that hit them harder than any whooping they had ever had. Boomers were in despair, and now no one could just spam their broken cards anymore. They trembled, but somehow people still play the game with decks that are alright. But it seems like the update was fate. After people stopped playing it, they actually went and touched some grass, including myself. Even though the game is like this, it is still playable. I fear we may lose some boomers since the meta is gone, but hopefully we can make it through this era of time. I also fear that we're never getting a friend list. Rick. this, this was lovely. Ghost story with a kind of feedback in there. Okay, I'm glad that I didn't know that much about them. Like what was them? I think that meta was for a long time because I think update 1.9 was when Pyr, one of the developers, I'm not sure if he's in Discord or not, but he made a plan to like change the balances on the cards, and I think that was the update that was mentioned here. And I'm glad like people got out and touched the grass after playing Boomslingers with those cards for so long. But yeah, games nowadays they will keep always changing. So yeah, such is life. Troll face. Then next we got Ranger Chafakaik and Buggies. The Curse of the Fireball. Once upon a 3 weeks ago, there was a card who roamed the boomlands. Everywhere it went, it was being praised and thrown in joy by other character folk. This card was called Fireball. Not once had anyone seen a card so divine, perfect in every way. Some other cards even envied. They dreamed that one day they would become as popular and admired as it. But one day, Lord Miikka, the demolisher, felt that the fireball was getting far too powerful for his gingered self. Miikka was sickened by the power of the fireball and plotted a scheme to curse it with a burden so bad that the other powerful cards would tremble and make themselves less powerful. Lord Miikka thought, what could he do to make fireball insignificant? And then it struck. The curse had begun. The following day, the little fireball woke up to a sound of displease. The character folk were rioting and dreading his removal from the city gate. Fireball noticed that the number on his head had increased. Soon other cards coughed um, on God on that if they became too powerful, Miikka would strike strike them too. So sharp lays a meteorite and bat who all worked with fireball all ciphered down into their little caves in fear that Miikka would strike them too. Another story about maybe balance update, but don't attack me on that. Balance update was all like Pyrrh's fine work, and I assume that in future there will be more like changes in already existing cards. So yeah, maybe more horror stories to come. uh, should I write my own horror story? Let's see what's in ghostly news as well. Okay, in ghostly news. Yeah, okay, nice. Yeah, I said Mana that, yeah, feel free to use like games. I think uh, Jelly John, or what's the current name with the, yeah, Jelly Johns and Mana, I think they were asking like, can we have games as a reward? Yeah, let's have games. Mods will be in charge of like how this all works. I don't I don't know. I trust you guys. Creepypasta reviews. Okay, I think I'm gonna paste this video in here and in here as well, probably. So yeah, happy Halloween, everyone. Thank you for the creepy stories, and it's been so fun, like spending time in Discord. This is a awesome community. Thank you all, and good night or whatever it is there.